Hello everybody, this is Retta. I'm doing a reading on the Migrant Caravan. Like I said, I was going to go live today, but I have a lot of readings today, and I'm not feeling 100%, so I just couldn't do live today. Plus, I know when I go live, we have a discussion, and I'm on here for like, an hour and a half, 2 hours. But we're going to do the Migrant Caravan. I'm playing with some alcohol markers. This isn't done, but this is my daughter. She's turning 26 today. She's my oldest. So I'm sitting here playing. I still got to darken up a few areas and finish the hair and do the eyes, the eyelashes and the lights, the highlights and the darker areas. But this is what I've been, some alcohol markers that I've been playing with. It's a new medium for me. So I'm going to do the Migrant Caravan. So there's a couple of questions because I'm very curious about what prompted these people to come. And then there's a lot of things I want to, so I wrote some things down and I kind of looked up some things. So to go from Honduras to, the United States border, it's 2,035 miles. So 2,035 miles. It will take to walk here 375 hours. If they walk 10 hours a day, it will take 38 days to walk here. I went and also looked at the weather for October, and it's not bad. The weather, in Mexico and down there is not that bad, but, I think it's like the daytime it's 85, at night it's like in the 70s, which is still doable, but it's the rainy season. So, there's supposed to be a lot of rain. Okay. And I know that they're saying they're looking for asylum, okay? But I'm looking like, okay, you're looking for asylum, but a lot of the pictures that I'm seeing is you holding up your flag. So you're saying that your country is so war-torn and so underprivileged, and you're scared for your life and this and that, and it's so bad, and you're seeking asylum, but you are proudly, holding up your flag as you're marching. So to me, that doesn't look like asylum. That looks like an invasion. That's just my opinion. This is before the reading. And then I see people, I see most of them, I seen young men. They said that there's women and children, but I didn't see that many women and children. I did see some women that look like maybe 20s and 30s. I didn't see too many children, but that could be just the pictures. I seen a lot of young men, and then I seen them walking, and I'm like, they're walking, a lot of them are walking in flip-flops, and I'm like, 2,000 miles in flip-flops, how's that gonna work? Because, I could see, walking, around the mall or down the street in your flip-flops, but to walk 2,000 miles, I don't even think that flip-flops are going to last maybe 60 miles. So that's just my opinion. And then, I'm wondering how you're eating. 38 days is a lot of days. How are you eating? How are you, fending for yourself on this trip? Because I didn't see a lot of bags or luggage or anything like that. So I'm like, well, how are you eating for 38 days? And also, if you are bringing your kid, I understand, oh, you're fleeing from this and that, but as a mother, I'm like, I wouldn't risk bringing my kid to unknown circumstances, and if it's going to be rough on me, imagine walking your children for 38 days is kind of like very scary. And then I seen in the news that there was some arrest happening because they found some children that were being trafficked in the group, and they arrested some adults and they took these children, and now they're safe, thank God. But I just think, and why now? You had all summer to do this. Why now? Why is this happening now? I'm just trying to understand it. So I just want to see if this is organic, if something's prompting this. These are just questions that I want to know. Because as I do live in a city, it's not a big city, but in many states, you know, most of the refugees and, you know, and immigrants and stuff like that, you know, they tend to move to the city. And I don't, you know, like I said, I was raised, there's a difference between immigrants and illegal. You know, like if you're a legal immigrant, you know, welcome. If you assign, because I don't understand why United States, it's, you know, we're bad people to have rules and regulations in regards to our borders when we go to other countries, even Canada. Do you know how hard it is to get in Canada? Don't have anything on your, you know, your driving record or anything like that. They will not admit you. You know, I have had a few friends get all the way to Canada, drive all the way to Canada, and politely they turn them right back around and say, no, you can't come. So it's all right for every other country to have borders and laws. Even to go to any country, you need a visa. You know, even for us Americans, we need visas. You know, we can only stay but a certain amount of time. And we're required to, you know, comply with laws, you know. And to live in most countries, you have to be able to support yourself, have a degree. Most countries won't even let you come there, you know, unless you have some type of degree that you can provide work, that you have to have at least, you know, a certain amount of money in your bank account to go there. So, you know, I'm all about helping people out, but right now we need a lot of help in the United States. You know, the schools are horrible for our kids. You know, okay, I want to see, I'm going to take these charms and I'm just going to throw them and see what's going on around this caravan. What's it about? Okay. All right. So what do we have here? So this is the home. This is home. But this is like, this is the home. So I'm thinking of this as, you know, the home, United States. But I'm seeing this couple upside down. So the couple, this is either, it could be the lovers or it could be like the Two of Cups. So it's upside down. So this isn't to join people. I think I did this on another type of immigrant reading we did. Not immigrant. Why I keep saying the illegal. I did a reading not so long ago. And it kind of had the same thing. So, and this is like, this is the stork. So this is bringing in new things, traveling, but it's upside down. So the traveling is upside down. And it's not to kind of unite people or bring people together. This is kind of to maybe kind of continue to further divide. And that the stork is coming in with new information, new things, travel, and it's upside down. Look at this. The light's going to be shined on regards to the snake, which could be a woman, you know, and a snake, a woman. She always reminds me of maybe the Queen of Wands, who shows up in all the readings. The Queen of Wands is kind of like a snake to me. Or some type of, you know, a very, you know, slick, you know, betraying type of energy, and also money. So there's going to be a light shined on whether it's a woman or kind of betrayal and, you know, sneaky things, and in regards to money, finances, and protection. The children, and this is, the Emperor is upside down. So the Emperor is about loyalty, you know, leadership, you know, business. And to turn it upside down, it's basically, you know, it's not. And it has to do with, this has to either do with new, like new things, or children. And so that there is no control. There is no control. There's no organization. There's no nothing in regards to either the new things or the new people or the children. I'm not sure if this was on the Fox too. I'm not sure. If it was on the Fox is very cunning, you know, and stuff like that. And this is right here is like a garden. So an audience. There's a hand. To me, this is like a hand, a hidden hand. scissors to cut the audience and to cut the viewers, the audience, the people, and also the winning cup. Also, I see here is the lily. So this is like old white men, or older men, sexuality, and binoculars to it. So an in-depth look at it. I don't understand what all that has to do with everything. So we're just going to, maybe you guys can kind of, sometimes I just like to throw charms to see what it comes out to. So I'm going to now, okay, what's the energy around this caravan? And also, you're seeking asylum, but you're carrying your flag. Like, I just don't know. If you're like, if your country, you're flagging and you're having your flag and you're a proud Honduras, then why are you trying to seek asylum here? I don't know. So let's just see. Let's take the energy around them. Okay. I've been using this deck a lot. Didn't even realize it. So this is the Infinite Visions deck. It's because it's right here and it's out already. Okay. Okay. So the energy around them is goals. There's a goal to this whole caravan. There's goals. So whether it's the goals to get to the country or to, make it there, or what, there's a goal in regards to these caravans. Okay, what does these people in caravan think that they're accomplishing? They're just going forth. They're going forth. They're not thinking too much. They're going forth, for opportunities, money, so they're just going forth. They're not thinking too much. They don't really have a plan. They don't have nothing that's really protecting them. They haven't really put too much thought in. It's kind of naive, just working towards something. And it's been very stressful. So it's been very stressful for them. They're not sleeping. I would think so. They haven't been sleeping well. It's kind of anxiety. I think the women are kind of vulnerable. The women are vulnerable. It's a very stressful situation to make this travel. And I would think it would be. Okay. What does the Democrats think? So I'm just doing, this is like a majority. What does the Democrats think of this caravan? They think it's causing chaos, confusion, and passion, and igniting people's emotions and passion. So they're thinking this is causing some chaos, some upheaval, shaking stuff up, and it's igniting people's passion. And whether you're for or against, and this passion is going to lead them to somewhere. Because if you see this it's going to lead them into the direction, the passion and the aggression and the movement is going to go a direction that they want it to go. Because you see, it's the stairs going up, okay? And I wonder if they're going to focus on children. I wonder if children are going to come out to play. Again, like how it was before about, how they had it in the news about, what was it? A couple of months ago, like 5 or 6 months ago, about the immigrant children being taken from their parents and this and that. Is that going to come back out and play? Are they going to use the children's vulnerabilities to come out? What does the Republicans think? The Republicans think that this is very betrayal. They think that this is devious. They think that this is like a thief in the night. So they find this all very deceptive. And they think they're doing this because they're going to lose, or they're not doing so well, that they're having a loss. So they're thinking that they're using, what does they think? They're also thinking that they're using these people's, they're being betrayed, it's deceptive. and that they're using these people's unfortunate circumstances for a window of hope. Because I always say the Five of Pentacles is a physical loss, but there's a window of hope. So that's kind of strange how the two different situations. What do the American people, this is like the consciousness of the American people, what do they think of this caravan? They think it's orchestrated. The majority of American people think this caravan was orchestrated for, you know, for some type of intellectual, you know, thought, fight, whatever. So most people, you know, as a weapon, because the sword, you know, you can use words and intellect as a weapon. So most people think that, the American people think that this is very manufactured, with the sword of truth, you know, that it's manufactured and they're using these, you know, their words, the intellect as a weapon. Okay. Let me do this again real quick. I know the card showed like a weight. What is the government's? What is our government going to do in regards? Ooh, cards just want to fly out. What is this card? What is the government? This is someone who executes on emotions. Like emotions. So she's like, she's the, you know, she kind of works off the plan on emotions. They see it's a turbulent time, so they may use these emotions, especially if the people, the government may use these emotions. They also kind of have like a hidden agenda in regards to, so this is like a hidden agenda, like looking towards oneself, you know, a spiritual type looking to oneself, veiled things. Remember I said this is the year of the High Priestess, so not everything is what it seems. They may use, you know, the emotions and stuff of the people or of the immigrants, you know, or this conflict. You see all these emotions all the way around that are turbulent, you know, that they're not showing everything, you know, they're not showing everything, and that they're going forth with, you know, with things. So they might money, soldiers, but if it is soldiers, they're told to stand down. You know, they're working off of, you know, going forth with things. So with money, with things, stuff like that. What are they going to do? They're going to go forth with passion. So even though they're working on people's emotions, they also have a hidden motive going on. I would be worried for these immigrants. There's some passion. What are they going to do? They're going to actively fight against, leading the charge. So if I was a migrant trying to migrate here in that caravan, I would be very worried with this card right here. What do they think the outcome is going to be? A very sad outcome. I think they're going to feel it's a loss on everything. There's going to be emotions. I think there's going to be a loss. Very few gains with this. Very few gains. A lot of loss. And what do they think? Look at this. It's not going to be good. This outcome of whatever is going to happen is not going to be good. You know, this is the devil. This is like your vice, the shadow self. You know, not two good things. But you also see these men and women kind of like chained. So nothing is going to be good. Are these people are going to get chained, or are we going to be chained to, they're going to be vulnerable. These people are vulnerable. So are we going to end up getting chained to them, you know, protecting them for their vulnerability? Or are these people going to actually get chained and, you know, like jail, chained? Okay. What does the American people want? The American people are really stressed out about that. They want, remember this card came up, they want all the people to come together and do something about it. So the Americans, this is a big issue, especially with the midterms coming up. The American people are very stressed out about this situation, and they want these countries, these people, whether it's our government, Democrats, Republicans, they want the countries, whatever, to work together for a plan, because the American public is very stressed out. What is this whole caravan going to do with the American people in regards to the Democrats for the election? It's going to be heartbreaking. I don't think it's going to be good for the Democrats for the election. If they were trying to use this, their manipulation, it's not going to work, and it's going to be not very good for the Democrats. What is this situation going to do in regards to voters for Republicans? It's not good for them either, but it's going to be details. So it's not good for them either. So it's not good for, the manipulation isn't going to work. It's going to kind of be, you know, not good, but it's also not going to be good for the Republicans. But it's going to have to work on something. They're going to have to physically work on the details of something. So, okay, and now we're going to, okay, I just want to see, I hope some of these questions, I just say, why are they doing this? That's like a scary thing. I know, I don't know. Is someone behind them? Is someone funding this migrant caravan? Is there somebody funding it? Two of Swords, indecision. Yes. But the problem is there is someone funding it. There's someone funding it, but the people can agree. So there is someone funding it, but it's like 3 different type of sources or 3 different things, but nobody's really agreeing. So they got these people together, but there's no real plan. There's no real plan, maybe just to get them here, but there's no real plan. They're not agreeing. They're all kind of arguing in the background. It may come to light. You know, it may come to light, and they may have some success. This is a partnership. This is like a coming together, like a join-in, a successful partnership, a join-in, a foundation. So it still may, whoever did this, it's still having a positive outcome for them, but there's some infighting going on. I think they wanted the situation to be visible. So it was the point to put it in the spotlight, basically, on the news, on TV. That's what the stars is shining the light. And with that, it's still a positive, you know, it's still a positive for them, but there's kind of no real, you know, decision-making thing going on with them. Okay, how is this working? How is this going to work out for the migrants itself? How is this going to work out for the migrants itself? How is this going to work out for the migrants themselves? It's not going to work out good for them. It's not going to work out. You know, there's a lot of choices. There's a lot of choices going on. They're not going to make these decisions emotional. They're going to be kind of cold. Whatever decisions, the choices that are made are not going to be made out of emotions. It's going to be kind of cold and dejected and very, you know, thought out in that type of plan. I don't think that the choices for these migrants, this is a good thing at all. What's going to happen when they get to the border? It's going to be heartbreaking. It's going to be heartbreaking. It's going to be very anxiety. And, you know, the King of Pentacles is always, to me, is always Trump. It's not going to be, it's not, nobody's winning in this situation. It's going to be heartbreaking. You know, it's sad. They're going to see, you know, it might be even families re-separating again. might be, there's not going to be, any real, there's going to be a window of hope. What does this window of hope means? In the details. So, it might be the window of hope while they're working out the details that they may get to stay, but they're going to kind of be separated a little bit. He's going to go forward on this. He's not going to back down. Trump is not going to back down. They're working on the details. He might even say we need to come up with a plan for the future, because it's up to Congress to really, people kind of forget the rule of law. It's really up to Congress to kind of, make, immigration laws and stuff like that. It's not really up to the president. So this is really sad that, they need to work on the details maybe of, this, but I still see that they may, show the separation. It may be where the women can stay with the children and not the men. I don't know, but it's kind of sad. I'm trying to think of what else is going on. What else is going on? Let's just see. Is there a lot of sicknesses coming? Temperance. There's a lot of imbalances coming. So this is like emotional balance, alchemical balance, which means medicine. Could be medicine. Temperance is about medicine, balancing, also drinking, providing medicine. It may be a lot of Nine of Wands, standing their ground. They may have some, need some medicine, some sickness maybe, or they might get sick and they need some medicine. But I have a feeling that, Trump is still going to stand his ground. He's going to stand the ground, and I don't think they're going to let them through. I'm hoping it doesn't get violent or anything like that. What's the card? Let's see. Is the government, first, is the cartels, the drug cartels behind this? Four of Pentacles. They're trying to hold their money. So the Four of Pentacles is trying to hoard money. So they always say the Democrats. Is the Democrats behind this? This woman shows up. There's a woman that's in play. This woman showed up a few times, a few times. So the Democrats, someone in the Democrat or part of the Democratic, I think so. I think that this was a way for them to hold on to some money. Is the Republicans behind this? They're standing their ground. So I don't think the Republicans at all are behind this. They're standing their ground. There is something to do with the Democrats in regards to going. The cartels. How about George Soros? He's providing the money. George Soros is providing the money and maybe food, or maybe he's providing like the stuff, like money, food, whatever they need. So George Soros is behind this too. I don't know who in the Democratic Party, but the cartels, George Soros, and some people in the Democratic Party are actually behind this. Wow, I didn't expect to see that. And the Republicans are being stubborn and standing their ground. I don't think this is going to be a good situation for anybody. Let me see. Just advice for us Americans in this time of this caravan, and for the migrants. Advice for Americans is we need to sit down and kind of meditate and kind of stop getting yourself stressed out about it. Stop getting yourself stressed out about it. Medicate, take some time for yourself. What about the poor migrants? What do they need? They need to really focus on integrity. So that's the migrants' advice is to focus on their integrity. And the American people need to kind of, I just think it's a sad situation for everybody at hand. I hope I got almost all the questions that we were thinking about? I was seeing, let me see something real fast before this goes. I was seeing some type of hold. Is there going to be some type of delay in this migration? Is there going to be a delay or no? So is there going to be a delay? This is for delay, or they're going full steam ahead? Okay. Is there going to be a delay? There may be some things to... The Knight of Pentacles is bringing things in, not too much thought. And then, or some type of hold. The Knight of Cups is working on the emotions. So I do still think there's going to be a delay. Is the Mexican government going to do anything? They're going to have to do something. The Mexican government is going to have to do something. How about the Honduras government? No, they got hidden motives. The Honduras government's not going to do anything. Is the Americans government and Mexico going to work together? Yes. It's going to be very temperamental, very emotional, very temperamental, but it's going to be it's chaos on both sides. I think they're going to work together. I don't think that these migrants are going to get here. Is it going to cost us a lot of money? One more question before this thing dies. Is this going to cost us a lot of money? The American people. It's going to put us in a corner. We have no choice. We have no choice. We have no choice. That's what's going to cause a lot of people, you know, temperatures to rise. You know, emotions are going to be bad because they're kind of, you know, intellectually putting us in a corner. It's not really talking about the money. It's talking about the emotions. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.